willingness to just succeed. And I had a beautiful support from my home, so I'm very thankful to my grandma who is not alive anymore, but it's my mission in this lifetime to bring back her legacy and her feminine gifts that are, sorry, I'm just getting a little emotional when I remember that, but it's really gratitude because I am so lucky for who I was raised with. And even though after the college at the age of 23, sexual trauma happened to me and I forgot who I am, I started to remember as I was healing my trauma, and I literally had incredible childhood. I had incredible examples, and I want to bring that to the world. Like my grandma had so many beautiful hidden skills that are like so powerful that we forget because sometimes as a woman in a relationship and maybe not face fronting we forget what do we bring to the table. And honestly, the reason why I was so successful until the age of 23 is because my grandma was behind my back, like energetically, and she always believed in me. So you never saw what is in my home, but that is the reason why I was always the best. I was like, before sexual trauma happened to me, I never worked a job just to do the job. I was always the best. If it was sales, I was the best. If it was a bartender, I mean, yeah, I tried to be the best. If it was cleaning houses, I tried to be the best. And that is the identity that a human being has when it's literally empowered with a beautiful home atmosphere, when somebody is standing behind her back or his back. That's what men, high quality men also are seeking for. So we are starting the reprogramming from the beginning. And that is something that we forget. Sometimes we think like, what do I bring to the table? Do I bring money as a high achieving woman or some skills or like cleaning, cooking? And I have nothing against these things if you like to do them, but I don't like to do them. So that's not what I bring to the table. And that's the most critical part, that we create homes that are full of peace instead of adrenaline. And that is what your marriage should be. A foundation of something that makes you even more successful. And if it's not like that, something is wrong. I have to tell you, like that is not normal. That is not a healthy relationship then, because it should build you up. It shouldn't tear you down. You're going to see me more successful because of my husband. You're going to see me thriving because of him. But I really was super fucking picky. So when I'm going to be speaking about how to get married in 1 year, I'm going to be speaking of the highest standard of all. And better know that if you start this journey with me, you're going to be very triggered for 1 year because the point is to become a person who can maintain that. And that is going to be all about what I'm going to speaking about. And it's not going to be about just softness. It's actually going to be about a lot of power. I'm extremely masculine. I'm also very feminine, but I'm both, and I'm proud of my masculine energy. And I will never tell you that your masculine energy is wrong. I'm going to glorify you for being high achieving women that achieved incredible things in life that maybe doesn't have enough support, because that can change. And you're so much more ahead than women who didn't develop her masculine energy. So also on my life journey, I currently I am a six-figure earner. I have two businesses, and I mean I'm a partner in that business. I have this business, and I am working almost full time as a software engineer. And I'm going to tell you one thing, because most of the ladies that come to me are extremely busy. Right, I'm working with high achieving women, and I optimize the dating to only 15 minutes a day, and we are achieving incredible results with them. Because it isn't in life about how much you do, it's about how are you approaching things? I don't know if you have ever heard the principle of 80-20. Like actually 20% of the things that you do create the 80% of the result that you have. But we are all busy with busy work. We are all just doing the noise, how my husband would say, he's a process engineer. And if you would really structure your life to work from your zone of genius, and to systemize things, you would have more free time, you would have more money, you would have love, you would even have time for kids, you would have time for your husband, for everything. And this is where I come in. I pride myself to be an engineer and to bring that angle into dating. This is what makes me special. This is what makes me not only feminine. I don't ignore the masculine energy, and you will never see me doing that. I literally will help you structure your whole life because I'm not going to let you fall back on your dreams, and you can have a man, and it can be fucking easy, and your marriage can last on very strong principles for 20, 30 years, but not on a fairy tale principles because there will be challenges. There will be times when there will be arguments and troubles. And you know what I want to pull in your head? That you're so fucking good at finding solutions. If you were so fucking good at finding the solutions in your life, in your business, in your career, I will use the same faculty of your mind to point you in a direction of looking for solutions in your love life because we today act like complete victims in our love lives and complete winners in business. And that is a complete bullshit. We have the same skill for both. We can literally take down the world when it comes to business, but we can do and use the same energy for solution oriented consciousness in our marriages. But what we usually do is we act from a lot of unconsciousness. We think love is luck, and that is fucking us. Literally, I'm sorry, I'm just going to use a lot of these words today just for fun. And what we actually are is we are able to learn skills that will maintain our success for decades. And that's not going to be luck. I never got lucky in love. Never, ever, ever I have got, I'm in 250 dates. Most of you will never have to do that. That was my journey to finding my way to training my skills. But that's how determined I was. Like nothing was stopping me. I never did a pause in dating in 3 years. So I'm a biggest badass from all of my students all up to this today. And that's why they are doing incredible things because I'm leading from example. And here on this call, we have my beautiful dear friend and student Tayana. And the reason why I want to start with her is because she has been the most stubborn person I have ever worked with. I mean, I'm going to bring you on so you can smile on the camera while I speak about you. You're the most loving person. You're the most ethical person that I know in life. I would literally give you all of my money and I would know that it will disappear nowhere. You're such an incredible person, but you were so stubborn when it comes to your love life. And I understand you because your story from the past, your story of like literally your husband cheated on you while you were pregnant and he's still with that woman and he's still a toxic man and he's still in a toxic relationship. But when we don't have this knowledge, we sometimes think like, what is not good with me? And thanks God, universe just drove him away from you because he was not a good company for you. But you spent years asking yourself, what am I lacking on? And you hated dating because you just couldn't face men. And so I had to trick you into date yourself. And that's the first principle we're going to learn today, to date yourself. I want you to start recording the data. How do you behave? What are your emotional state, anxiety? What are the thoughts that are going through your head while you're on a date? So you're not going to focus on a man, you're fully going to focus on yourself. And that's how you started after 2.5 years. So Tayana is an example of somebody who succeeded, even though they have been never lucky in love. Right now, she has an incredible guy, and she very often thinks like, no, he's just gonna fall off because this relationship is healing her. She has thought that this would never happen to her. I mean, just 6 months ago, I was talking to you and you were like, I hope one day I'm going to have that. And now you do. And it's still happening for you. So what I'm going to share tonight and what I teach will help you even if you have been the worst case, even if you have been raped, even if you lost your whole identity because of men, because that happened to me, and that happened to Tayana, even if you have been suicidally depressed with men. By the way, I'm not a professional or a psychiatrist or something like that. I'm just somebody who healed my whole mental state with Joe Dispenza work, and I'm so proud to say that, and I'm going to continue because a lot of people never heal mental illnesses, but I fully healed it, and I'm all about final solutions. This is what makes me special. So I want to give you word, Tayana, to tell us a little bit of your journey. It is like not 1 year to get married, it's like 5 years, maybe it's gonna be 6, but you are the most stubborn person I know. So bring us a little bit of motivation.